Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about probability and why we should know it. Let's start with what is probability? We actually use probability in our daily life with or without knowing it. You can use it for simple things like flipping a coin or something more fun like playing poker or even look outside and decide to bring an umbrella with you or not. The probability theory is originated in 17th century by Blaise Pascal and Pierre de Fermat. Initially focused on gambling and game of chance, but now is widely used in science, engineering, and economics. Probability is a bunch of math that we use to calculate the likelihood of event occur. It's the tool that we use to make sense of uncertainty in our daily life. Let's see how it works. One of the most simple examples of probability is flipping a coin. Now, if I asked you what is the probability of flipping a head, both of you would tell me that's 0.5 or 50%. But how did you come up with? To see where this comes from, let's look at a simplified formula of probability to calculate the probability of a random event x, which we can write like this. You would find a number of possibilities that satisfy that event or condition and divide it by the total number of possibilities that exist. So, for our coin example, to calculate the probability of getting a head, we know that there is only one of those possibilities that would satisfy our condition of flipping a head. Then we divide by all of the possibility that we can get from flipping a coin, which is two outcomes possible, just heads or tails, and give us the same result of 1/2 as before. And if we do the same thing for calculating the probability of flipping a tails, we would get the same result of 1/2. After we talk about the simple example, now we're gonna look at some rules that are the probability for rows. The first rule is probability of any and every event must be somewhere between 0 and 1. So the range of probability is from 0 to 1, with 0 being something impossible like all of men try to figure out what's their girlfriend thinking, and 1 being something that absolutely certain like possibility of me submit this assignment. The next rule says that you will add up all the probability of different outcome of a event. The result will be always equal 1, which makes sense. If you perform some action, there has to be some outcome. For the coin example, there are only two possibilities, each probability of 1/2, and if you add those up, you will see that it's equal 1. Another example is rolling a dice. If you add all possibility from 1 to 6, it will be 6/6, which is again is equal 1. Finally, the third rule is written like this, where the letter C represents the complement of A. The complement of A is the probability of A not happening, which is 1 minus probability of A. So this says if you add up the probability of not happening and probability of happening, it must be equal 1, which again makes sense because of any given outcome to the event, the outcome either must occur or not occur. There is no possibility of a middle ground where it does occur and doesn't occur in the same time. Yeah, That is the basic idea of probability. So we can adapt it to use in our daily life, like roll a dice. And like I said before, something more fun like playing poker, that if you know this and have a poker face, your probability to win more should be increased. Thanks for watching. Bye.